Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Identity Crisis, episode 117. I'm your host, Ryan By, joined as always by Mr. Adam Lovar,
Hello, hello.
my literal brother from another mother, Justin Picklemans,
Howdy do.
and Josh. Still have not thought of a good nickname for him yet, Huffman.
You can refer to me as Chaos. Um,
I'm
I
not
am the
going to do that.
being.
I'm going to
I
let you.
am the being Chaos. Do you
No.
remember the really hot androgynous Chaos from like Hades?
No.
But a little bit. Not really.
I
I don't
am.
know
I
what we're
am
talking
them.
about, but I like it.
Hades the
Yeah,
game.
I wouldn't necessarily call me androgynous, but I can have the same name.
Can
Um,
I, instead of calling you Chaos, can I choose not to?
no, no.
Okay. It's my
Um,
only option.
yeah. I'm legally changing my name to Chaos going
No.
forward. Um, that's that's how we ended up with.
Artist formerly known as Chaos. I'm calling it in 5 years.
Yes.
Uh 3.5 max. So like
Okay.
I can't be Chaos for the rest of my life. I
That's why I
mean,
gave you 5. Like, I don't know.
yeah.
Three and a
I got
half. That's
too
fair.
many commitment issues for 5 years.
Fair enough.
Uh,
All right, fair enough. Well, that was a nice little tangent. Thanks for that.
I
Yeah, that
figured
was
after
good.
all the chaos of like starting the stream and getting the
Yeah.
recording and everything,
We got it
it
going. We're fine.
it was a whole
We got our
thing.
first bet.
Yeah. So, how's everybody doing? Everybody have a good week? Yeah.
It's
Lots
good.
of fun
It
stuff.
was a week.
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
a week.
Pretty boring. Apparently, not much.
It's
I mean,
fine.
it's beautiful. All the
It
leaves changing and
I like
stuff this time of
Except I
year.
gotta go rake my yard. I'm not looking forward to that.
Why don't you just
So,
mow over it with a mulching
yeah,
blade
that's
and
true.
not
That's
deal
true.
with that?
or get a
Probably. It's
leaf
fine.
blower or uh just leave them. I mean that's an option as
No.
well.
You can't
Rent a
just
goat for
leave
a
them.
weekend.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I did. I had a more exciting week than you guys. I was at the Vikings game yesterday.
Hmm.
It was a goddamn good game. It was a
Was
lot
it
of fun.
skull-tastic?
It was skull-tastic, man.
Nice.
Little touch and go for a while there, but we pulled out the win. Pretty
I thought it
nice.
was touching down.
Not there's no and in touching down.
But you got to touch the ball and go, so right
Yeah, I
Yep.
suppose.
Makes sense. Makes
to get
sense.
to
Yeah,
the down.
sure.
Gotta get up to get down.
You guys should stick to hockey.
All I know is there's there's multiple downs, but you're aiming for the first one. I don't know. It's complicated.
Sure, we'll go with that. But Justin, I did want to let you know after the game, uh I sat in a parking garage for an hour and 20 minutes to bring back memories from when you
Yep.
went to the last game. Dude, it's a nightmare getting out of
Just to
there.
get out.
Oh,
Oh
it's
God.
impossible. It's fucking impossible. So,
Yeah, the
ugh.
worst thing about that was having to pee.
Yeah, right. I told
Like I had to pee and yeah, you sitting there for
yeah.
easily an hour.
Yeah, I told so we drove separate from my family because we were heading straight out of Minneapolis, so it was faster just to hit 35 and go south. But I told my uncle, I'm like, listen, we have to find a parking lot, not a parking garage. Find a lot. I was like, I'll pay. I don't care how much it costs. I'll pay parking. If it's $50, it's $50. But parking lot, not garage. Sure as shit, he pulls right into a parking garage when we're downtown. I'm like, God damn it. So yeah, we were stuck there for an hour and 20 minutes. It's pretty awesome. Pretty sweet time. But otherwise the game was fun. I paid $7.50 for a hot dog, so that was pretty cool. Um
It's
Did
no
you just
buck
go up?
50 Costco hot dog, but it's
yeah,
okay.
right.
Did you just go up for the day?
We went up the day before and then came home the day of. So,
Nice.
yeah,
The
it was good.
pro move is to park at a random hotel that has a shuttle to the game, and then you take the shuttle back, pretending that you have a hotel room there, and then you
Right.
leave from the hotel
Pretending.
parking lot. Yeah, I mean
I
you don't actually have to stay there. You just have to call them first and find out if there's a shuttle.
yeah.
Um,
There you go. Just be what happened to I can't lie to people? What happened to that Josh? He's gone
Oh
already.
no. I never say that I am staying there. I just show up there waiting for the shuttle. I don't lie to people, but I don't always explain every move.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But
You could also take the light
Chaotic
rail.
neutral. I love it.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean,
You
I
could
think
also
it's
take
lawful neutral. I don't break any laws there.
yeah. You can take the light rail too, but that brings its own fucking nightmares if you just want to be ass to ass with the sweatiest individuals of your life. That's a lot of
I
fun
do.
too. So I don't know. We did the parking garage. We made it out alive. That's all that matters. So all right, let's get into it, boys. We'll start the episode as we always do with a listener question from Jacob. Hi, Jacob.
What
What
up,
up,
Jacob?
Jacob?
Jacob.
Jacob says, "What was your favorite stuffed animal as a child?" Tradition dictates. Adam goes first. Adam, what do you got?
I had maybe a 3.5, 4 foot tall stuffed like Jeffrey the giraffe from Toys R Us.
Very nice.
Got it when I was super young, and I had it like my entire life. But
That's awesome.
Been watching a particular new show on Netflix, and as soon as you said Jeffrey, my mind went elsewhere.
Dahmer.
And yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Had a 3 foot tall stuffed Jeffrey Dahmer, greatest kid's
Yeah,
toy.
I was like, that is very strange, my dude. Very
Yeah.
strange.
Cool little giraffe. It was like when growing up, it was like my size, so I don't know. I thought it was cool.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. Very nice. R.I.P. Toys R Us. R.I.P.
Aren't they
Um,
coming back though?
I've
Is what I
been
Are they?
heard. Or,
hearing that for years.
right? I don't. Who even knows?
Kind of doubt it. Kind of doubt that's gonna happen.
Probably like in New York or in LA or something where they can have a store. Here, no. Like,
Amazon will like buy them out or something, and it'll
Yeah.
just be really like an Amazon toy store.
yeah.
Right. Exactly. Josh, what do you got?
I legitimately don't think I ever had a stuffed animal as a kid.
That explains a lot.
Your parents never gave you a teddy bear or anything. I
No,
find that so hard to believe.
I wonder why
I-
Josh doesn't like dogs. Oh, this makes sense now.
Well, I was never interested in them, to be honest. Like dinosaur toys, sweet. I was like super into like knights and castles and shit.
Yeah,
Power
but
Rangers.
before you could have hard plastic things, so your parents had to have given you something soft. Like I find that hard to believe.
I legitimately don't recall. I may have had a Beanie Baby at one point in my childhood, but I think it was actually my sister's. So I don't know if it was mine. So I guess my honorary pick is back there. I have a plush. You can't see it because of the background, but I have a plush dog meat from Fallout. So
There you go.
I don't have a childhood stuffed animal, but I do have an adult stuffed animal because
There you go. There you go.
I guess reasons. But
All right. Do you think that's why you're not a pet person? I think that might have something to do with it. I'm just saying, subconsciously.
I got bit in the face by a dog when I was like 3. That I think played a larger impact in my
That might have had more of to do with it. Yeah, you're right.
yeah
probably.
Out of
Dalmatian.
context, Josh
Dalmatian
was
right in
trying
the
to like
face.
cosplay the dog or something.
Yeah.
I was a furry at 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Dog's like, we're not having this.
yeah. The uncanny valley, but in dog form.
There you go.
Yeah. So no.
All right, fair enough. Justin, favorite stuffed animal as a child?
I was trying to think, and I know that I had a bunch of Beanie Babies, but I don't think I was ever really a stuffed animal person.
Yeah,
Like I had them, but
I don't
I
think you were
never
either.
I never had a blankie, or
Yeah,
I didn't. I don't know. I just wasn't.
yeah,
Cats are crazy. I had a blanket, I guess too. Like I
yeah.
still have it.
I
I
found
still
yours.
have my blankie from
Yeah.
when I was a kid.
Mine's in a
Yeah.
box in my aunt's house. Yeah.
I don't think I ever had a blankie.
So I had stuffed animal when I was real little. I had Spot the dog, the children's book Spot, see Spot Run or whatever. But they had a stuffed animal version. I had that, which I brought to preschool all the time. And then when I was a little bit older, my other answer, Justin, you'll remember this. Uh, our parents worked at the hospital, and they would once a year charter a bus up to Valley Fair. And we went to Valley Fair, and we were playing the ring toss game, where you try and toss a ring onto a bottle, like a 2-liter bottle, like impossible. But I happened to hit like the jackpot, and I got a life-size Tasmanian devil from Looney Tunes, like fucking massive. We couldn't even hardly get onto the bus to get home,
It
but that
was
was pretty
massive.
dope. That was pretty dope. I made it like the seams split apart real fast, and beads just were all over the place all the time. But that was pretty dope. That was pretty cool. It was fucking huge. Uh, but yeah, thank you. That was a pretty creative animal question. I like that one, Jacob. Very nice. Thank you very much. All right, boys. Let's talk some video games. What are we playing now? Josh, we'll start with you.
Played some Genshin,
Figured, probably.
and that's pretty much it. Didn't really play Gloomhaven. We skipped this week, and I started doing a demo of Guild Ball and TTS. Didn't really finish that. Kind of got sidetracked. And the Scythe game got canceled last minute. And so yeah, I didn't do much gaming really at all. Trying to think
Okay,
if there's
that's
anything else that I played, but I don't think so.
that's all right. That's fair. Justin, what about you?
Uh, we played a little bit of Grounded Saturday. Played a little bit of Marauders Thursday. And I don't think I played anything else. Um,
So, I'm sure a big reason for that is the PC update. Where are we at with the PC?
so I spent some time today and uh, did all the cable management. So I'm still waiting on my motherboard, but whenever that comes in, now like the cable, even the backside that no one will see, is gonna be beautiful,
Nice.
which is unnecessary, but yeah. The previously I had it so that I had to like I had to lay it flat on the ground and like arrange the cables so that they could get as flat as possible and then slowly do each screw little by little, praying to God that it didn't shatter the glass when I was tightening it up. So this time I decided that I should probably make sure that that is not going to be the case,
Fair
and I
enough.
should be good to go. But I did want to point out that Shadows of Mordor was the original one, right?
Yeah.
I just looked at our Twitch stream, and Shadows of War is now the free game on Twitch.
There you go.
So I
Nice.
snagged that as well. But I definitely want to play 2077 when my computer comes back. And then I want to get you Goombas on that Chrome tabletop RPG. I was almost wondering if you guys would want to try to stream that on Twitch sometime.
Hell
I
yeah.
kind of,
And
I
also,
kind
I'm
of
signed up. I'm in the room.
nice. You claimed the game and everything. I kind of assumed since it was the four of us, then that was maybe the goal, but I guess that was never clarified. But
Yeah, I think we should stream it. I think that'd be good.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Maybe do a test run first and then stream it once we kind of know what we're doing. So,
Yeah,
well, it's a
we
one shot,
probably.
so
oh,
Yeah, hard to redo it. Yeah,
that's
once
fair.
you've done it.
Well, it doesn't have to be a one shot if everybody enjoys it. It
Yeah.
sure.
could be a. I don't know. It's like I don't know if you guys have messed around in that. For the listeners, I looked at it's playroll.com, and they've got Chrome is a particular tabletop RPG that they had developed specifically to use in their platform. But when you're looking at the book and stuff, like if there's anything that you're not sure what it is, you can click on it and either open it in a new tab or open it in the window that the tab is in. And so there's no PDFs or anything else. It's just all browser based, and so you can open as many tabs as you want, but you can click immediately to anything that you need. And like if you click on the page for trinkets to design your character, it has the roll a D100 on that page, and you can click the button and it'll do it and then tell you what the result was,
That's
or you
nice.
can scroll through. So like
Hmm.
you really don't have to, it doesn't seem like you have to do much in terms of effort. I do need to still go through and look and see what it looks like to create a campaign, or if there's some that we can, I don't know, I just haven't looked enough into it to properly host it for us. But
Yeah,
it does have a lot of pre-made characters if you didn't want to create your own.
I
Like if
saw
you want to
that.
do
That's
a
yeah,
true pre or one shot, we literally could just pop in, grab a character, and
right.
go.
Cool, very nice. Adam, we'll go to you. What have you been playing?
Lots of Marauders. Probably have, I don't know, 150, 160 raids in Marauders already since it came out a week ago. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, a bunch of duos with people, threes, fours. I mean, we had just a group before the podcast. Myself, Nick, Tanner, and Cam. That was super fun.
Cool.
The game is just so, I love just how you get into games super fast. You know, if someone dies, everyone can get out really quick. Like it's just really nice and quick pace, and but at the same time, like if you're all doing really well, you can be in a raid for like 20 minutes or something and get out with a bunch of loot, and scratches that Tarkov itch, but a lot easier to get into, I guess. So,
Nice, very cool.
and then like Justin had said, Grounded, since that finally came out and has been released, been playing that quite a bit. Play that with Justin, and then also have like a solo game going, and then Cam got into it, and we started a game that's like a shared game, which is actually nice, so we can all like get in and play it. So,
Cool,
but
sweet.
they've really changed that game since we played back in the alphas and the betas multiple years ago. So
Yeah, I think I played the beta and that was it. I never picked it up again after that. A lot of tree
yeah,
punching, not my thing. So that's yeah.
Really random, but it looks like Total War Warhammer 2 is also free on Twitch.
Oh, cool.
So if anyone likes Total War games, Warhammer 2 is free.
Check it out. Very nice. Anything else, Adam?
no, that's really about all I played.
Cool. So I'm playing more Shadow of War, of course. I'm trying to get that knocked out this week before Gotham Knights comes out. Yeah. Somebody else talk.
I mean, your dog can talk. It's fine.
Bark, 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 bark.
What was that, Josh?
I was just barking. Bark, 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 bark.
It's fine.
That's
Oh, you
wait.
shut the window.
Did y'all see that Atlas is coming out with a Persona 5 cooperative card game?
No, interesting.
That's pretty much all the info we have on it right now, but I I'm curious what they mean by cooperative card game, because typically card games are not super cooperative.
Yeah,
It could be like a living card game, like the Arkham Horror, like living card game, or uh, uh,
just double solitaire. You're just
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I don't know much more about it than that. I think it just got mentioned, like an hour ago. But
weird.
All right, I think we're safe. She lost window privileges. So I'm playing Shadow of War, trying to get that knocked out before Gotham Knights comes out next week because I'm gonna definitely play that game, see how that goes. Um, I don't even know how far I am into it. I do gotta say it's fairly repetitive after a while. Like there's story missions, but like so there's basically 5 different territories you go to, and each territory has a castle that you have or like a fort you have to take over. and it does get a little repetitive, and I think that's why I quit before. I was trying to remember why I've never beaten it. I'm pretty sure that's why, because it's dragging a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So it's fun, but I just feel like they could definitely shorten up the game for sure. Um, but I'm gonna get through it this time. I'm gonna beat it before next week when Gotham Knights comes out. And Adam, Tiger Woods PGA Tour comes out. You gonna do it? You gonna do it,
No.
Adam? You played the last one.
Yeah, no.
No.
Definitely no.
I'm gonna be playing it because they got the rights to Augusta, and it's the only time I'm ever going to be able to play Augusta is in a video game. So I'm never gonna get to actually play Augusta for real. So I'm probably gonna buy it. I love Tiger Woods games anyway, so that'll come out next week. And then because I'm an idiot, I was like, I'm going to a Vikings game. I'm gonna play some Madden because I never learned my lesson. So I mean, I'm playing Madden 22, last year's version, because that's on Game Pass. I'm not paying $70 for new Madden, but Madden fucking sucks, dude. And I keep saying like, oh no, nah, it'll be good. I'll play a little bit. It's terrible. Madden's fucking terrible. It's so bad. And I wish that there was another company that could partner with the NFL rather than EA, because maybe they could make something fun.
Dude, they've been doing it since the very
I
first
know,
time back with
I
the
know.
Sega Genesis,
And
and
they
they've been
sell
wrapped in a bit since then.
they sell so many fucking copies it'll never go anywhere else. Like, goddamn.
Speaking of
So,
which, if you guys should check out a documentary on Netflix called High Score. I don't know if you guys have seen it
I
or
think I
not
have
not.
familiar.
seen that. Yeah.
Check it out if you have the time. It pretty much just like goes through video game history, like starting kind of with the arcade and like works its way through.
Oh
They
yeah,
pretty much have an episode all about the Sega Genesis, and a bunch of it is just them getting close with Madden to do the like first like 16-bit 11 on 11 football like game,
yeah,
and it's just how EA gets wrapped up with Madden since the very beginning, like 96 until now. And
right.
it's fascinating.
I mean, really, all sports except baseball is what EA's in essentially.
Yeah.
Like they got FIFA, football, PGA, NBA. Yeah, they got everything except for baseball, pretty much. So, fucking
But
EA, whatever.
super good
Yeah,
documentary. You
interesting.
guys should check it out.
Very interesting. So, but anyways, that's it. That's all I've been playing. I played about 3 games of Madden, and I was like, this is just fucking terrible, and I stopped. So, um, but yeah, Shadow War. I'll get that beat hopefully before we record the next episode. We got some fun episodes coming, by the way, boys. You guys were not that far away from Game of the Year episode. Like, that's coming up real fast. And then we'll
You
probably do our
should probably
if you
play a
guys
game this year. That
what's that?
that's I said I should probably play a game this year at some point.
Maybe you should.
Because that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. My game of the year is Genshin
Is
because I did
Genshin
not
this
play a
Right.
new
second
update?
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this is one of those years where it's like my game of the year and Adam's game of the year is just a foregone conclusion, and everybody's gonna know exactly what it is, and
There hasn't been a game that's topped out.
not even close.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
not even
no.
close. So, God of War Ragnarok has a shot for me, but that's about it. That's about it.
Okay.
So we'll see. Um, yeah, and then if you guys want to do that Metacritic one again, I thought that was fun last year. Do another Metacritic competition. Maybe we can
I,
record that.
I did never
Um,
delete the calculator I built. It's just sitting out there on
there you go.
our
Yeah,
folder.
and you're
So
defending champion, if I recall.
yep,
Yeah. So
yep.
It's because he made the bot, and I mean, it added
yeah,
like a
I
slight
mean,
added bonus. Wait,
did
what?
did you not notice it just added 10 points across the board
yeah.
for me?
Yeah.
And then I don't know. We'll kind of talk about it, but we can do a maybe Game Awards prediction and maybe live stream the Game Awards. That'd be fun. We've talked about doing that, so maybe that's something we can do. But we got some cool stuff coming either way. So I kind of prefaced that. I said all that just because this week I'm not gonna lie, there wasn't fuck all for news. I went everywhere. I even got so desperate I went on IGN and Kotaku, and of course they didn't fucking have anything. But there's
I
just
mean,
no.
Justin had a fantastic gamer news this morning at work.
You did?
About
He
your
looks
the
confused.
Twitch thing or whatever that happened. I even went out and like
Oh,
watched the video, and it was ridiculous.
oh, I didn't see the video.
It's terrible. She wins a gladiator match, and then like in excitement, like jumps off and just clearly the foam pit is like this fucking big. Like it just looks like you just hit the ground.
What are we talking about here? I have
Yeah.
missed context.
There was a
Yeah, no context there. There you go.
there was a Twitch streamer that was at TwitchCon, and Lenovo had a gladiator foam battle. I think you were on like platforms.
Hmm.
Think of the old gladiator show, but surrounding it was a
With like a
foam pit.
baton, you're like hitting him, trying to hit him off or whatever.
Yeah.
And the particular streamer that we're just referencing broke her back and had to get 2 rods put in her back.
Jesus.
Long
Oof.
story short, their foam pit was not very big. You see her like jump off like all excited and like land on her butt and just like roll over and like I can't get out. Like and it looks like she just like hits the
She
ground.
said she can't get out.
Yeah, you could like hear it. Like I can't get out. Like it was like oh shit.
Jesus. Good job, TwitchCon. Fuck.
Yeah, it was not a
Well,
very
Wow.
deep
Lenovo.
pit with a lot of foam bricks. I guess
There
I
have been
don't know.
multiple injuries from it too already. It's closed. It was closed after a
You
few of
would
the
imagine.
injuries, but
You would
After
imagine.
3 or 4 people got
Yeah.
hurt, then they decided to turn it off.
There was only
After-
4 deaths. It was
Yeah.
fine. It was fine.
So yeah, there's fucking no news this week. I apologize. So I figured let's just all throw out a couple games that we're excited for. We can kind of talk about. No real structure to it. Just what are we excited for coming up? Um, I'm gonna throw one out because I think it's on everybody's list. I'm pretty sure it's on everybody's list. But I think the game I'm most excited for right now is Callisto Protocol, which
It
is
was on my
coming out
list.
in
not
December.
on my list.
Not
Not
on
on
my
your list.
list.
Interesting. Not on yours either, Adam.
Nope.
Wow, interesting. All right.
So it's on the it's at least on the 2 good lists. So
Yeah, yeah. So obviously, Callisto Protocol we've talked about before, but Dead, the spiritual successor to Dead Space, I think would be fair to call it. A lot of the dev team from Dead Space is on the new dev team for Callisto Protocol. Um, I haven't watched as many trailers as you guys have because when I hit a point where I'm excited for a game, I just go dead silent on it. Like I don't want to see any more trailers. I don't want to see anything. So, Josh, what excites you about Callisto Protocol?
I love sci-fi horror, like in all forms, whether that be movies, games, tabletop RPGs. You know, I even got some of those with like Mothership, and so I feel like to a certain extent, a lot of horror genres are a little overdone, and when was the really good last like sci-fi horror game?
Dead Space.
I mean, there's got to have been one since then, but
I don't know if there is, honestly.
I sure can't think of any
Yeah,
offhand.
right.
So that's just something I'm really interested in. One thing that I think is going to be interesting is one of the big things for the original Dead Space team was they wanted the environment to like scare you without necessarily jump scares. There was jump scares in it, but like the entire environment is creepy. So like sound was a huge thing. And I'm just hoping that they continue that where it doesn't I think the phrase I heard a long time ago was jump scares are to horror what tickling is to comedy, you know? And
Yeah,
so
too.
there's gonna be some jump scares. That's just how horror works. But I would really like my favorite thing about a horror video game is the like, you don't want to go into the next room, but you have to because you're the one holding it. Like, I don't give a shit about horror movies or anything because I can't control it. I have no impact to this. But games, way creepier. So, honestly, other than like Visage, I haven't really played a good horror game. And I mean, Resident Evil, Biohazard, maybe I think was probably the other one. But just looking forward to like a really good, actually well done horror game, specifically
Yeah,
sci-fi horror in this case.
right.
But
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on the jump scare thing. Like, there's something broken in me where I don't jump scare, even if like other people will jump scare at something. Like Kansas and I'll be watching a movie, and she'll jump at, and I'm just nothing. I just can't be jump scared, and a part of me wishes I could be because it seems like it's like fun after the fact. You know what I mean? Like, but
I'm gonna
I
hide in
just
your house, jump scare
yeah.
you.
Say challenge
I
accepted. Let's do
dude,
this.
I have coworkers who like it's their mission in life to get me to jump scare. Like they'll hide behind corners if they know I'm coming, and then they'll jump out and try and scare me. It doesn't happen. I just don't. It's
You
something's
just react and
broken.
like punch him in the face or
No,
like
I don't even react. I'm just like, hey. So I don't know what it is, but I've always found jump scares to be lame. Maybe for that reason. So I think it's a lot more voice said. It's the atmosphere. It's there's something bad down the next hallway. I don't want to go down that hallway, but I have to go down that hallway. That's what I
You've
love about.
you've got like your like safety squint on, like
Yeah, right?
like
Right?
running through it.
Like
Yeah.
when Justin, Adam, and I were playing PT at their house back in Solon back in the day, there was a part where you're I mean it's a loop, so you're just going through the loop, and then in one of the loops the bathroom door creaks open. And I was like, I know we have to go in the bathroom. I don't want to go in the bathroom. The game wants us to. We have to go in the bathroom at some point, and like I just didn't want to do it. So that's what I love about horror games. That's the shit that freaks me out. So
we need a PT game.
hell yeah, dude.
I
Could
saw
it?
the news article that they people on the PS5 have jailbroken it or something
Yeah,
to be
and
able
they're
to play on
installing
PC.
PT.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's awesome. Good for them. Keep it
hell yeah.
alive.
There you go. Keep it going. But yeah, Callisto. So Adam, Justin, not on your list, but do you got anything to add that Josh and I haven't already covered?
No, I mean
Not to
I could
Callisto.
care less about Callisto. Sorry.
Oh wow. Okay,
Uh,
fair enough.
Never was a
I think it
Dead
looks
Space
cool,
fan, but
Yeah. So
but
Justin, you
yeah, I
thought it
don't
looked
think it'll
cool?
be a. Yeah, just don't think it'll be a game that I ever play.
Gotcha.
I mean, you never know. With just life changes, single player games have been a little bit more like me playing Assassin's Creed. I still really want to finish that, so
Yeah.
that will be a game that I don't think I'll play any other Assassin's Creed, but that and I want to get
It's
back into
Egypt.
Cyberpunk.
There
Yeah,
you go. Very
and
nice.
then you know we'll see. I probably need to get on Spider-Man at some point.
Dude, you just
Maybe.
if it's ever a deep, deep sale, get it just to swing around for a while. It's worth it. So
Since we're
Um,
talking about horror, though, I do want to point out again that this Chrome game that I keep going on about, one of the biggest like points of it is that it's based in horror,
oh cool.
cosmic horror.
Nice.
See, that's what I'm curious about, like with Mothership or Never Going Home to other horror-based games. Is like how do you make an atmosphere that's creepy, uh, like in a tabletop RPG? And I find it really interesting. Seems like it's going to be an interesting challenge, but there's so much ability to like. It'd be just sweet to have like a creepy horror themed RPG. Like so that's one thing I'm looking forward to with Chrome. Like, is it's not just Cyberpunk is like okay cool. It's like near future stuff, but like you throw in horror and I'm like Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's monsters and shit. I'm in.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I kind of want to wait until I do get my computer up and running though, because I was thinking it'd be fun to get voice mod set up and have like thematic music and
That'd be
stuff
dope.
that I can play at the right time to
Hell yeah. That'd be cool.
maybe I'll get Ryan with a jump scare with a noise.
I don't know
Like
if you will, man.
Ryan,
I tell you what. I hope you do. We'll say that.
With a
I hope I
noise,
get
I
jump
doubt
scared.
that.
Captain opens the door and all of a sudden the light flashes and I just play something and it's like a blood curdling scream and it's like, oh Jesus, I'm deaf. That didn't scare me though.
Yeah. And then the whole rest of the game, I just go, "What?" Um.
I
As
will.
you should see blood trickling down from his
Yeah.
what?
That'd be a true horror game.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right. Very
Yeah,
nice.
physical mutilation from it.
Right.
I will say really quick, Callisto Protocol, just since it is a single player, some of my favorite memories of gaming as a kid were like getting my friends together to play a horror game
Yeah.
where like one person would have the controller until they get too freaked out, and then like hand off to the next person. That's how I played like the original Fatal Frame, and Fatal Frame 2, some of the Resident Evil games, Silent Hills. Just like getting a group just because, turn off all the lights, make everything spooky. So much
Yeah.
fun. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that,
for sure.
maybe Justin, it's not your single player like horror is not your thing, but we get a group together. Think of how
Yeah.
good PT was, in a group setting. We can make it happen.
Yeah, dude, I remember as a kid all the time going over to Leif's house. We would go in his little computer room at his parents' house, shut off the lights on his tiny little tube TV, and we would take turns playing Resident Evil 2 on his PlayStation, OG PlayStation. It was scary as shit. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Really
I
cool.
remember doing
So,
that at Andy's house with the original Silent Hill
hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
in
So,
the
Such a good game.
basement of his farm.
yeah,
Creepy as fuck.
right. Good times. Um, all right, so that's enough on Callisto Protocol. Justin, why don't you throw out a game? What's a game you're excited for?
So first one I'm gonna throw out is Nightingale.
Remind me. I feel like I
Nightingale,
should know that.
it's the
That's my
one that has
honorable
like
mention.
Midsummer Night Dream characters. But the more I've been learning about it, is it's a survival game. But it's got like the giant one-eyed cyclops. I was gonna say troll, but then realized it is a cyclops. So obviously, I think they're all one-eyed. So bear with me, you fuckers. Um,
Oh,
but
okay. I remember now. Sorry.
yeah, it just looked really cool. The more I've read about it, it sounds like it's not a single world. Like you go through these portals and they all have different enemies and missions and stuff. So unlike a lot of the other survival games where it's you sort of just are in the same spot and you just keep building, it seems like this one there's more map progression to keep you moving
Yeah.
and bad guys to go after. But I just got an invite. Well, it was a survey invite that I had to put in more information to potentially get in on the alpha coming out.
Oh,
So
hell
I'm
yeah.
really
Very
hoping
nice.
I get accepted into that so I can let you guys know more. But that game is super on my radar. I can't fucking that might be one that I tell Marissa I'm sorry, but I've been waiting a long time for this one.
I'm gonna disappear for a while. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had a game that I've really done that to her yet on.
Yeah.
So
Very nice. I like it. Well, since Adam isn't back yet, I guess Josh, you have anything on Nightingale? Welcome back, Adam. You got either of you have
Uh,
anything on Nightingale?
It was an honorable mention, just because it does look interesting. I want to play it.
Okay.
Justin and I love survival games, so yes, please.
this does not sound or look familiar. I don't know if I just like zoned out when y'all were talking about it previously or what, but um, looking at the monsters and shit, it looks pretty dope. But then I see
Yeah.
popular tags: early access, survival, open world survival crafting, and
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I
Checks all the boxes for us.
Yeah, checks all the boxes for you. The like multiple worlds is cool. One thing I really liked about Valheim was like the sheer like depth of biomes, and like I could just go explore until I ran into a troll and died for
Right.
So yeah, I won't say that I would not play it, but having seemingly just heard of this for the first time because I don't remember it at all. Then it, you know, we'll see.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's definitely not my cup of tea either. I probably won't be doing this one. But I thought they did a really good job with the trailer. So it looks cool, but I don't. It's just not for me. Um, so Adam,
I'm
since
kind
you're
of
back,
hoping that
what?
it is free, because if it is, then I think more people would be willing to give her a
Yeah,
shot.
right, right.
Or like cheap, because if I'm right, like Valheim was only like $10 or something. Like where it
Yeah.
was in the range of like, well, I doubt I'm gonna enjoy it, but it's $10. What do I have to lose?
Right.
And
Right.
All right, so let's have Adam say a game. Adam, I'm just trying to think what could possibly be a game that you're excited for that maybe you've never talked about. I'm trying to think. What do you got, Adam? A sequel to a game that you love? I don't know.
I mean, Stalker 2 was on
Yeah.
my list. I
yeah,
mean,
see,
it was probably number one on my list. It's fine. Like,
Yeah.
I just wanted out so bad.
I know. I know.
I mean, to the point where I'm doing offshoots called Stallcraft, and like,
has
which,
there
by the
I've
way, I
kind of
did actually play that a little bit this weekend, and that game is it scratches the itch to an extent because it's actually like PvP and online. Like I was doing a mission to like clear out this base, and a bandit, another player, like showed up out of nowhere and just killed me. And by the time
nice.
I got back there, he had like looted my body and left me with just like scraps as like an insult, and I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah.
So like I can't wait for that. Like that's going to be amazing with Stalker. I feel like I hope it's like this open world like PvP, like you're doing a story mission or like trying to loot some shit, and like all of a sudden a player just comes out of nowhere and like wrecks you as you're trying to like clear this base, and I will be doing the exact same thing as a player. Just like I will be the guy in a bush, just like waiting over a place for someone to clear it all out, and then I will kill him
You just
and then
ruin
loot
people's
everything.
days.
Yeah,
Yeah. There you go. That's
like
awesome.
that's like the long game, and it's so cool.
I've kind of fuck you, dog. I've kind of fallen off coverage. Do we have an updated release date or no?
Dude, last time I checked, if you at least if you look on Steam, it says December 23, like a year out now. And I don't know if that's just to like cover their butt because they don't know what the fuck's going on still like over there
that
with the
that'd be my
Russian
guess.
Ukraine war, and like them over in like Czechoslovakia or Czech now, and like it's just like they're moved, and I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. That's probably one of my honorable mentions too, is Stalker 2. Just I never played the original Stalker, but just for hearing you
They're
talk
so good.
about it, I'm like, this sounds like it's right up my alley. So I'm excited for
I mean,
that
I
one
still
too.
been playing Stalker Anomaly, which is like the newer kind of, unreleased sort of free version of it that's in the
Yeah.
newer engine. And I did a newer mod pack called Gamma, which has like 330 some mods to completely change the game, and it's been super fun playing that lately.
Hell yeah. Very cool. Um, Stalker 2, Justin, Josh.
Honorable mention.
Okay. Justin.
Yeah, I'm actually more excited since the likelihood of multiplayer is there, and I mean, Adam fucking gushes about the goddamn game so
Yeah.
much that it's
Such
hard not
good
to
game.
have some excitement. What I have seen so far is looking good. Yeah, I mean, I bought a fucking DayZ and an expansion map off his recommendation and never even fucking played it. So I'm sure I'll play.
Josh, what's your next game?
So mine's a game that already exists. It's just not out on a system that I will play it on. It's a game you hate, Ryan. Persona 5 coming to the Switch. I have wanted to play it for a long period of time, even before listening to the hours of you talking about it. But because I've played a little bit of Persona 4, love the soundtracks to all the games, but just kind of want to try Persona 5, and I honestly just am kind of unwilling to play my PlayStation at this point because uh, I never there's a big ass table in the way of that TV. I very rarely turned it on, so um, it coming to Switch I think will be like the optimal time for me to actually play it and enjoy it, and um, hopefully not fall off of it after an hour of play, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's it's a slow burn to start. I will say that, but when it gets going, sweet baby Jesus, it's just fucking incredible. So
It's so good.
yeah, I'm really excited for you to play it, and I hope you really enjoy it. So
I don't know if it's also
uh
coming to PC. I don't actually remember, but I was
PC Game Pass, I'm pretty sure, isn't it? Because it's coming to
what
Xbox Game Pass.
well that the Steam Deck is my
Oh
question. Because then it would be all of the fun of playing it in bed, but
yeah, there you
also
go.
way more powerful. So
Right. Okay, fair enough. So Adam, you got. I mean, you love the game too. Anything else to add?
No, I mean that would be pretty badass if it came to Steam, which I think now that I'm looking up, it is allegedly coming October 20th.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Oh
that's
was
yeah.
that's Royale. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Persona
5
5 Royal.
Royale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they announced Persona 3 and 4 January of next year. Fuck yeah. We're almost there. That's exciting. So,
yep. Yeah, I own 4, but I
I'll
maybe
say I
like
have
the
4. I haven't played it yet either.
yeah. Hell yeah.
yeah.
Justin, Persona 5 literally checks every box of the things you hate in video games. So, this is something you would ever play.
I mean, unlikely.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. It's if it was the anti-Justin game, I think that would have the perfect title. It is just everything you don't like about video games in one game. So, but incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty unlikely, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so my next game is a game I know is not on anybody else's list. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but God of War Ragnarok. 2018's God of War is my third favorite game of all time, and honestly, probably the second best game ever made in my opinion. Um, just cinematically, and I mean, they took a 35, 40 hour game, no cutscenes. Like, how do you pull that off in a video game? And it's fucking brilliant. It's gorgeous. The entire game is one camera shot, and that's unreal to me. And the fact that they pulled it off. Um, but yeah, it's epic. It's huge. The combat is super fun and exciting. The storyline is awesome. Just I love everything about it. And they took a character, Kratos, who God of War 1, 2, and 3 and the spin-offs, no personality. Nobody gave a fuck about Kratos. Nobody cared. And then they made him like this really three-dimensional character, and like you care about him and you care about his son Atreus. And I'm a little nervous because Cory Barlog, who was the game director, on the first one is not the game director on this one, although it sounds like he's still pretty heavily involved. He's working on a different yet unannounced game. Um, but just from the few trailers I've seen, I haven't watched the more recent ones, but it just looks like everything I love hopefully ramped up to 11 is what I'm really hoping for. But do I think it's going to beat the original? No, I don't. I don't think it's going to beat 2018's, but I still think it could be something incredible. Hopefully. So, did any of you play any God of War games ever?
Yeah, all the like old school ones, they were
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of the new one. Got to the part where you can start like teleporting between worlds, and I was
Okay.
like, kind of like, this is weird. I don't like it anymore.
Really? Okay. That's
That's
fair.
about where I stopped.
Okay. But you got to the superhero battle, yes? Superhero
Yes.
fight?
Yeah.
Dude, one of my favorite
Also,
moments.
like I love how you're like it's all one shot, and I'm like it's all done in a computer. It's really
Well,
easy to do versus like getting people together and doing one like a live action shot like the raid or something where it's like 10-15 minutes of just like
right.
fighting nonstop one shot. Like
But
that's a lot different than like a computer game like doing all one shot.
that
Like
that's over 35 hours. That's nothing. We've never seen anything like that before in games. Ever. Never. Name another game that's tried to do that.
I don't think it's
That
because anyone's ever wanted to try and do that. Like, I don't think that like everyone's like done like bragging rights to say they wanted to do that. I guess
I think it
so.
was gorgeous and perfect and
And
awesome.
I would
and
be willing
I'm
to bet.
curious how many people noticed that over the like weeks of playing and saving and like I don't know, I'm just curious.
Yeah. What's that,
I'd
Josh?
be I'd be willing to bet there's quite a few games before and after that had no cutscenes. Um,
But
I
I think
mean,
he's like saying one true like cinematic shot,
Yeah.
like of a camera like never cutting is the concept behind it, and like
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I'm just saying, like, there's like a billion PC games that don't have cutscenes, and like it was
But not in the
significantly
way.
easier to do because of the large quantity of memory that has existed
Yeah,
in
I
PCs.
I think a lot of it's programming and just power. So
maybe I shouldn't have said no cutscenes. That's not really explaining it well. It's just it's hard to explain. The whole like the camera moves around obviously, but it never cuts away for any reason. And it's the way they did it is just incredible. And there's no other game that's done it like that. Like no other game. So um
That you're aware of.
You're
I
really just hanging on to this single feature.
it's because it's fucking awesome. I'm gonna do some research. Um so
yeah, do what we do. Just research.
do what we
Yeah,
do.
that's all I'm
But
saying.
Josh or Justin have played any God of War games?
Never.
Damn.
Nope.
Dude, the old
Damn.
school ones were so much fun. The hack and slash ones,
Very hack and
like 1 through
slashy.
3, is so good though.
Yeah.
Kind of really didn't enjoy hack and slash games as a kid, like growing up.
See, I did like the Devil May Cry games, and those just scratched a perfect itch at that time and age.
It's like those and like Dynasty Warriors and like
Couldn't get behind
I
those.
liked
I know
I
Justin
liked
did.
hack and slash.
yeah.
He's like, oh, I like hack and slash for that.
It just didn't seem to have like a lot of depth for me personally.
Yeah.
And so I never was a huge fan. Not that I actively disliked them, but they just weren't for me.
They were good like story games back in the day to play through like once or twice. They didn't have tons of replayability, the old
Yeah.
school God of War games. Because once you got through it and like a buddy of yours like would play it, or you guys would clear it together, then it was just kind of like you were done at that point.
Hmm.
But man, the fight with Zeus in God of War 3 at the end with the
Fuck
big
yeah.
sword and stuff, that was super fun.
Fuck yeah, dude. By the way, I just looked up games with no cutscenes, and somebody said Dark Souls. There's cutscenes in Dark Souls before
There is
boss
cuts.
fights.
It's
There's a
called You
cutscene.
Died because no one got through
Yeah.
that game without You
No.
Died.
Before every boss, it goes to cutscenes for story
Mm,
bosses.
Yeah, it would, because you'd go through a door and then it would snapshot to black and then some animation with the
Yeah.
the
So
thing
those
doing
could
something
work.
and then
It
snapshot to fighting.
depends on the boss.
There was a lot where it would go into an animation through the fog, and then after the
Yeah,
animation, then it would take you back to control of your character.
yeah, and so some of the bosses require like
Uh,
cutscenes, but
somebody said Portal 2. Maybe there is no cutscenes in Portal 2. Now that I think about it,
Portal
I
There
2 is
leg
a fucking
probably
awesome
isn't.
game.
there might not be. Portal 2 is
That might
dope
be
as
a good one
hell.
because I don't think there is. You start in the room and you work all the way to the
Yeah.
end in first person.
Portal
Oh,
2 is a
um,
fantastic game.
oh my god, it's so good.
Portal 2 is really good. Is
Yeah.
there not like elevators like there was in Portal 1? So Portal 1 there was like a load screen in between each
Oh, that's true.
level. I don't
You'd be.
remember
I
in
think you might be right though. I
Yeah.
think there might be
Might
where
be.
you take a tube that black screens to the next thing,
but
and
again,
you're
not a
still going
cutscene.
down the tube, and like I don't know if it's just like taking out that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like a load screen I think is different than a cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
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 a game with no load screens, no cutscenes. I don't know. I can't think of any other
yeah,
than God
because
of
there's
War.
very few cutscenes in Fallout 3. There's a
Yeah.
fuck ton of load screens.
Yeah, no shit. Right.
Because like
Anytime
for
you walk through a door.
yes,
Right.
because like for cutscenes, it's like opening the vault initially, end of the game. I can't think of many other because even like blowing up Megaton or launching Liberty Prime and things like that, you're still in control of your character. It's just happening.
Right.
Like so,
Right.
tons and tons of load screens, just not very many
Right.
cutscenes.
Okay, so God of War Ragnarok. I don't want to go too super long, so maybe everybody rifle off one more. Um, Justin, we'll go to you next.
Yeah, so my other one, I've only done one so far, huh?
Oh
Well,
shit,
the
yeah,
next
you
one
have.
that I'll say is the Second Forest, which
There you go.
another
Sons of the
survival
Forest. Hell yeah.
and survival horror.
Yeah,
At least the
but
first one was
tree
relatively.
punching. Not, I guess not a lot of tree punching, really.
Depends on
There's
how crazy the base you wanted to make.
Yeah.
when you had no idea what you were doing, there was a lot of tree punching.
Yeah, I mean, again, for us, since we had giant towers and zip lines going across the entire island, for
We
us,
made
that
a
was a
sick
lot of.
base.
But I mean, again, at one point we had what 8 or 10 people on, and so when you have that many people all working towards the same goal, like, and you have some chainsaws, like, you're you're basically a foresting crew at that
I'll
point.
never forget
Like,
that session. Just like Art and Andre being like, "We're done for a little bit because like we're getting tired because they're playing it VR and like having to
Yeah.
like move around and like hack and slash.
Literally
So
punching
Wild.
much
trees.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally hacking at trees.
best part about playing with them, and I think I've said it many times before, but the occasional scream or yelp from them when they got scared.
Very
That
nice.
game would be fun to play in VR. But
Hmm.
first one was just so good, and to both of your guys's, like, if you don't want to
Yeah.
deal with base building, like, you could do pretty much the bare minimum and just battle, and I don't know. I think
I
that
mean,
game
yeah,
was really good
like
balance.
Leif, Jeremy, and I played that and beat the story, and they had kind of everything set up by the time I joined in. So they had a little tiny base, like we didn't need anything big. But I remember the story was dope. Like for a survival
Stories are
open world,
really, it's really
it
good
was
in the
really
forest.
good. Like
It's really
really
fucked
good.
up.
Yeah, super fucked up. But it was really good. Like I had a good time playing that game. So Forest 2 might be a game I would consider playing if, like I said, you guys would set up everything ahead of time and I just had to jump in and fuck shit up. I'd be willing to do it. So I enjoyed the original. It was a lot of fun. So um and it takes like I don't want to no spoilers, but it takes like a weird turn the story does halfway through that you're not really expecting, and it's like what the fuck is
It's
this? So
yeah, crazy thing about the forest. I've never beat it.
oh wow, really? Okay, damn.
The
Um,
ending is fucked up.
oh, super fucked up. Yeah. Um, but really good game. So Josh, tree punching. You got any thoughts?
I am curious to know how the game ends eventually. Because when I played the Forest, it was like pre-alpha,
Okay.
and nothing fucking worked at all. And like, I don't know, the like enemies in the game would like just randomly like fly off into the distance, and like it was super fucking jank, and there was no story.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of interested to know how it ended up now. Like, what is the game like now, 5 years later, 10 years later, however long it's been since
Right.
I played it.
It was really good. Very good. Justin, you want to really quick just rifle off your third game?
Yeah, it's the Vampire Masquerade.
Oh yeah. God, we've been waiting for that game for a long
So
time.
long.
So long.
Yeah, I mean that game makes me nervous that we will always be waiting and it'll
Yeah.
never come out. But
That's kind of concerning, but
Duke
either
Nukem
way,
Forever came out. It'll come out. It may not be good, but it'll come out.
right. Dead Island 2's coming after 10 years, so you never fucking know. You never know.
Can't
So,
wait for
that's
that
very
game.
true.
I
yeah.
want
Yeah, that
Josh to get his kick build, and just like
Yeah.
kick dudes like across the screen,
Yes.
and then I will play that every day with Josh.
Go.
It's so much fun. So much fun.
Uh, very
Mhm.
nice. Adam, you want to go next?
I'll just rifle off my last two, Starfield and surprisingly High on Life.
Really? High on Life is a surprise.
I think it's just because I've been watching so much Community and like Dan Harmon, and then like getting the Josh Rowland and like him doing a game, and I had a lot of fun with Stranger's Wrath back in the day, Oddworld game, and it kind of has that like feel where like
Yeah.
the AMO has its own personality, and like it feels like that game.
Yeah.
I think High on Life is gonna be like a sleeper game that might actually be pretty fun.
As long
is
as
that a
it's
Life is
not
Strange?
What's
what?
that?
Is that Life is Strange?
High on
No,
Life.
it's a first-person shooter
Where your
from
gun
like the
talks, your guns
Rick
talk.
and Morty
Oh, the
guys.
Rick and Morty one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Uh,
gonna actually be a really fun
As
like
long as they
for
don't go
single
too over
player
the top.
experience. I think
Yeah.
it'll be fun.
well, it'll
Because
be on Game Pass.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like coming to Game Pass, so
yeah.
which is pretty cool.
But
Nice.
then surprisingly, Starfield as well. I'm curious. I've been a Bethesda fan forever. I want to see kind of how they're going. I don't think it's going to be something I'm going to grab like release day, but it's something I'm
Yeah.
going to play eventually because I love sci-fi exploration games like that. So
Right.
I'm going to naturally go to it, but
I feel like we
uh,
need to see more before I put it on my list. You know what I
well, we've
mean?
been saying that for
I
years though,
know,
right? Like they
but like
haven't given us a lot. So
nothing, hardly anything. Like we
and
still
that's
don't.
why I'm curious about it.
Like, is
We've
it
been
gonna
burned
I
by
don't
be?
know.
space games too much.
What?
Yeah,
I don't trust.
Yeah.
I don't trust any fucking space games.
Yeah.
You're all a
but
bunch
like,
of liars.
is it gonna be like serious like Elder Scrolls? Is it gonna be campy like Fallout? Is it gonna be? You know what I mean? Like, what is it? What are we waiting for here? Like,
It's
is
not going to be like
It,
Obsidian's Other Worlds, like that's for sure. Like the
yeah,
slapstick sort of
right,
almost satirical humor. It's not going to be that.
no.
It seems like it's going to take itself seriously to an
yeah,
extent from the videos we've seen, but I don't know how you make a serious world.
right.
So I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll
Um,
see.
Josh, you got any comments on those two?
Well, I'm interested to see Starfield. I don't know that I will buy it on release either, but we'll see what
I still don't
happens.
know if I will. Like I don't
We
Yeah,
gotta see
know.
more. Yeah,
and then
there's too many unknowns.
High on Life did not look good to me. It looked like one of those games that was just trying too hard. Like look at how funny we are.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm wrong, obviously, but I think maybe it's just a little over the top for me. But
Fair enough. All right. Justin, anything to add on those two? Okay, fair enough.
No,
Josh, you want?
Starfield I already said, and High on Life. I think when we talked about it before, your fear of it having like the same voiceovers over and over and over again
Yeah.
is something that I also worry about. But it's on Game Pass, so I'm
Just gotta
gonna.
play it faster, boys.
Yeah.
You don't
There you
hear him
go.
enough.
There you go.
I do
I mean,
not
if it's
play
on Game
games
Pass,
fast.
Yeah.
there's pretty much no reason not to try it.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, Josh, you want to do your last game quick?
Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild 2, essentially. Uh, I cannot wait to break some fucking weapons. Uh, I'm so jazzed for my stamina bar to be back in action. Breath of the Wild was a great game. I really enjoyed it. I loved just kind of wandering around and doing Zelda stuff. Um, I'm curious to know parts of the trailers. This seems like it's going to be a lot darker, which would be a good turn. I love me some Majora's Mask. Would love really a dark Legend of Zelda game. But the most
Twilight
recent,
Princess.
yeah,
Dark.
yeah. But the most recent trailer felt more Skyward Sword, which
I would agree 100%, especially because the flying in like multiple islands and stuff
and
like
it's just
that.
so
Like it
bright,
felt
bright and
100%
cloudy, and yeah.
Breath of the Wild plus Skyward. I would say 100% agree with that.
So I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping it leans a little darker, or at least it has like a good mix of the two. I didn't like Skyward Sword personally. Part of that had something to do with motion controls, but I digress. But I just wasn't that interested in the world in Skyward Sword. So I'm hoping that they kind of just bring more personality to it, and ideally make it darker for me personally. But yeah, I hope they like have the health of all of the weapons so that they break more frequently, just so that I get to try out more weapons.
Just unreal.
I hope that like instead of sliding down the cliff when it rains, you're just not allowed to leave the house at all. You just have to hang out there and wait for it to quit raining.
You're the Wicked Witch of the West. You just die from rain.
I want, instead of there being actual dungeons, I just want to only collect Korok seeds for the next 900 hours.
Oh my god. And they're all hidden super hard to find.
Oh
Yeah.
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 Oh, fuck that. All right. Adam, I'm sure you're looking forward to this too.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Justin?
So I have Breath of the Wild still from Huff, and
It's so good.
this might be a good time to make sure
Break
that's
some
updated.
weapons?
And
Just break all your weapons? Is that what it's a good time to do? Yeah.
God.
All right.
And how
Have fun
long
with
have
that.
you had that copy? Because I don't even remember lending it to you.
since I got my Switch last July, so a
I
year.
I tell you what, when we all get together, somebody can have my copy. I'll just give it to you. So, because I'll never play it again.
I mean, I'll take it. Then I can give Josh his back.
There you go. There you go. Um, yeah, I'm no surprise. I'm not looking forward to this game at all. Like not even a little bit. Unless if they get rid of breakable weapons and the stamina bar and the stupid rain, I'll give it a shot. But otherwise, fuck no, not touching this game. So, oh boy. All right. My final game. Fuck you, Justin. My final game. This is a game. This is a hill I'm gonna die on, and I brought it up in the past. And I don't know why I think it's going to be super good, but I do think it's going to be
Probably
super
gonna be
good.
shit.
Huh? Probably shit.
Probably gonna
Thanks,
be
bud.
shit.
Thanks, bud. Forspoken. I got a feeling about this game. I just do. It's Square Enix, so I don't. Maybe that's a little too optimistic because they haven't had the best track record as of late. But I don't know. I got a feeling about this game. I think it's gonna be real good. Just watching the movement, the character seems really interesting. Um, the combat, from what we've seen, seems interesting. The whole world seems interesting. So I feel like this could be something pretty special. So
I do actually think this one looks good.
fuck you.
Not that I'm
I
done
can
giving
just-
you a hard time.
I can just see this dog freaking out in the background. It's a blur. It's a blur, but it is a frantic blur.
Hey, Ryan, you should get one of these dogs. They just lay on the floor.
Just a fur ruck. That's not even a dog.
Dude, I'm gonna have to completely disagree. I think Forspoken is gonna just be a dumpster fire, like so bland, and
very well could
it's
be.
just gonna be another thing in history of just I don't know.
That's kind of what
I
I'm
don't
thinking.
know.
It'll
It
be
just it does
wildly
nothing about
fine.
it's original, honestly. Like, oh, wake up in a new universe. I have these powers. I can do these things, and like I'm the chosen one. Like, I don't know. I think it's gonna be garbage. Unfortunately, because like Square can make some really good games, and I like them branching out from Final Fantasy and other things, but it's just I don't think this was a good choice.
So when was the last time Square made a really good game? Because I can't remember.
All the Final Fantasies. No, I don't know.
That's
Not
not
all.
even true. Yeah.
That's not true. I know. I'm totally being facetious on that.
I mean, Tomb Raider games were good, but they weren't like
See, I didn't even really like the new Tomb
Yeah.
Raiders.
they weren't
but
like outstanding. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know when the last time they made a really good game was. I thoroughly enjoyed Life is Strange, so maybe that's one.
that's fair.
That was really, really good.
I mean, I liked the newer Final Fantasy live
Octopath
action
Traveler.
of the Final Fantasy VII remake, but
Yeah, that was that's probably my answer. Final Fantasy
mean-
VII remake.
I really enjoyed it.
That was
It was a
2021.
different take on it,
Okay.
obviously, and I knew it was gonna be, and I can appreciate that. But
I also know like people fucking love Nier Automata. I've never
I
played
tried
it, but
getting into that and never got super far, but it seemed fascinating, and it seemed like it had. I could see the cult following behind that one for
So
sure.
I beat the game, but then you go back to the beginning of the game and play as a different character through the whole game again, and that's when I stopped. I was like,
So it's
"Ugh."
Ghosts and Goblins. Got it.
Well, yeah.
Like, so
you beat
there's-
it once, play it again.
I looked it up. Apparently, that happens 2 more times after that. You beat the game 4 times. That's 4
Oh.
different characters. So I was like,
But I mean, is their gameplay style like significantly different or
not
not?
significantly. It's different,
Okay,
but not
but
significantly.
not significantly. Okay.
So
Then I would say no.
yeah. I mean, it was really interesting the first playthrough. I was like, this is fucking dope. It was different. It was weird, very weird, but I don't know, man. So, okay. Well, that wraps it up. Let's do a conspiracy theory, Justin.
We do have conspiracy theory.
Let's do
Conspiracy
it.
theory. Should we have like a? We should make a jingle.
The biggest question is Justin's streak of terror
Yeah,
going to
Josh is like,
continue?
we should make a jingle. Conspiracy theory.
Hello.
I don't know. We're gonna work on this.
Justin, are you 3 in a row right now? Is that what it is? Or more?
No,
Two, at least
did
two.
I win last week?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you're
and
on a
I won
roll.
last one.
Yeah, I'm heating up. No, I'm heating up.
Okay.
Yeah, he's at 2. Yeah.
All right. See if we
Yeah.
can keep it going.
Yep. What famous designer brand hires a shaman to ward off bad weather at their fashion shows? A. Christian Dior. B. Giorgio Armani. C. Louis Vuitton. D. Vera Wang.
I was hoping you were gonna say Gwyneth
was
Paltrow.
gonna
That would
see.
have been it.
Going B, going
on D.
Armani.
Wait, Justin. So D. We have all different ones. I'll go A just to be different. One person each.
I went C. Yeah, Louis Vuitton because he's fucking crazy.
And Josh went B. You said
B.
B, Josh?
Yeah, I
Alright,
think
I'm
that
gonna
was
go A.
Armani.
I'm gonna go A. What do we got?
C. Louis Vuitton.
Oh, Adam.
He's fucking crazy.
I don't know anything about
To
him.
the point where the crazy people's call him out, like Kanye call out the crazies. And like
Fucking crazy.
Justin knows what I'm talking about.
Well, he called him out for
Murder or something? Like
allegedly.
alleged, yeah, like they're all fucking crazy. Like of course Louis Vuitton's gonna be like crazy.
I mean, if Kanye West thinks you're crazy, you're a whole new level.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I don't know if that's fair to say. Like,
Is it?
if someone's super crazy and they're calling somebody else crazy, like does it
So is it
actually
them
matter?
calling him
That's
normal?
true. That's fair.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it's just like are they too crazy to even
Yeah.
know what like
That's fair.
is
That's
anything
a
that
fair
comes out of the
assessment.
mouth relevant?
Right. That's a fair assessment. All right. Well, congratulations, Adam. Now you're on a roll. 2 in a
Yes.
row. 2
I
in a
am
row?
now heating up.
There you go.
Fuck you.
Justin cooled down. All right. 3 listener questions to get through. First up, Pistol Pete writes in. Hi, Pistol Pete.
Pistol
mean-
Pete!
What up,
Pew
Pistol
pew! Pew
Pete?
pew! I'm gonna double shot Ryan here. Pew pew! Alright,
I
done.
think I heard Marissa do a pew from
Hell
room.
yeah.
Pistol Pete says, "Hey guys, who's a crazy long shot pick that you have to be the new James Bond? Someone that has no chance of ever being cast, but you still think would do an awesome job." So I'm a little upset. First of all, I was really rooting for Idris Elba. That's why I really wanted to play James Bond, but that's not going to happen.
Wait, did they pick? Did they
No,
pick?
but they ruled him out. He is ruled out. So that's a little disappointing. I think Idris Elba would have been fucking perfect. So,
Yeah, I would have been happy with him.
oh, dude.
He's a
Okay.
complete badass, so.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So crazy long shot pick for James Bond. I can't wait to see what everybody came up with. Josh, we'll go to you first.
So I was thinking of a few people, but I just settled on Christian Bale. British, very good actor. I think he would be good at it. Just in
Do
general.
they have to be British? To
He
be
was
Bond?
good Bruce Wayne in a terrible Batman, so I could see it
I
working.
feel like they should be British to be James
But
Bond.
you could do a British
you
accent.
could do a fake British accent. I mean, he did an American accent for years. Hearing
Yeah.
him talk normally, I'm just like, the fuck. But I also think I'm just throwing it out there. David Tennant, you know, just
Really?
favorite doctor.
I don't
you know?
see it. You
I
have to
don't
beef
see
up.
it either. Oh,
You
beef
have to
up's
beef
huge.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not, but I mean,
Because he
people
doesn't
people
seem
can
like
do
the
that.
kind of guy that can go hand to hand combat with anyone.
seeing Christian Bale go from like the Machinist to Batman,
Yeah.
That's fair.
like
Right.
if there's a
Still
will,
the
there's a way.
Craziest transformation of any
Oh,
actor
yeah.
ever.
And then after that, he went to Cheney.
Cheney,
Where
yeah,
he gained
and
a fuckload of weight for Cheney. That was crazy.
was like
So
crazy.
2 something.
yeah.
So I mean, no one's too skinny, you know, because they could do it. They just would take a lot of work.
Yeah. All right, that was good. I like that one. Adam, go to you.
So thought long and hard about this one, but Bond, and it wasn't even really like a long shot, but Chris Pratt. We were talking about him earlier, but I think it'd be really interesting to see him trying to do the British thing, and obviously sells. I think he could actually do it.
He definitely can't pull off Italian, so we'll see if he can do
It's a long shot, so something about it's just fun though. I
Yeah,
feel like
oh,
he could
dude.
do it.
He's like
So
the most fun actor to watch right
Yeah.
now, for sure. Oh,
and I
yeah.
feel like that's what Bond kind of like secretly needs a little bit. Is like it's
Little
also just,
levity.
just a little bit of fun.
Yeah. Right. Interesting. Josh, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, like, the only thing that like really holds me back for having Chris Pratt be James Bond is that I like in my brain James Bond is played by a good actor. and I just can't. Those just don't meld
I
in
know.
my brain.
Oh God.
He did so great in Jurassic Parks, Josh. I don't know what you're talking about.
Those movies
Him
were
holding
trash.
back those velociraptors was like the most amazing scene. Like
I liked him in comedy stuff, but
that wasn't a comedy? Did I miss the movie?
unfortunately, unfortunately, you didn't
Oh,
miss
it's
it.
supposed to be serious. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he does badass roles like the Terminal List was fucking
I was gonna
incredible.
say he can do some like good like
Yeah,
action, like a
yeah,
war
and serious stuff, too.
soldier
Yeah,
guy, but I don't know.
interesting.
And that's kind of why I think he could maybe do it,
Yeah,
but we'll see.
interesting. All right, I'm getting a little nervous because mine's way more out there than you got. Mine is not an actor or British, so we'll see how this goes. But, Justin, who's your outside?
I mean, I don't know that they're really outside, but my actual outside, but he's probably too old for it now, is Denzel.
Dude, that'd be sweet. But yeah, he's probably a little too old.
Yeah, if they would have caught him 10 years ago,
Yeah,
I think he would have made a pretty badass Bond.
fuck yeah. Damn, that would have been dope.
He would have had to, like, he's got a lot of swag, but I don't know if it's like in the right vertical, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think he still would have been a sweet one. But yeah, my
Interesting.
obvious is Tom Hardy.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. That would be
Totally.
incredible.
Totally.
I think sometimes his voice gets me.
A little.
It just kind of depends on what voice he's doing.
Yeah.
But if he like, I don't know, like the character he played in Peaky Blinders and obviously Bane, it gets really high, and there's some
Yeah.
parts in Venom that he gets high, so he would need to. But then like Taboo, it was never annoying.
I still
know.
have
Just have his
yet
voice.
Yeah,
Like,
Taboo
still have-
is seriously an amazing show. If you haven't seen that, you need to
I
watch it.
haven't. I haven't
need to
watched
watch
either of
it.
the Venom movies either. I gotta catch up. I haven't done that.
Well, you need to watch Taboo because that show is fucking amazing. Sorry.
Nice. Okay. Okay, so mine is apparently way out there. I thought you guys were gonna go further out there, but I just think about it before before you laugh at me. You know what I think would be an awesome James Bond? Anderson Cooper.
What the fuck?
I think
he could
huh?
look like Bond. I don't know that he could act like Bond.
So
Yeah,
if
what the fuck?
if you know anything about Anderson Cooper's life, he's been through some shit, man. Like he got his start. Like he's talked about, or I've seen interviews in the past where like he basically when he started out, he worked for Channel One News or whatever, and he would just take a camera. He just took a camera, like went to Rwanda and just by himself to like film shit. Like he's kind of a badass dude, and I think he's got the look for James Bond. Uh, it said long shot pick, so I went outside the box. So I'm gonna go Anderson Cooper.
Okay, if we're picking
You
really
did
long
go
shot
outside.
picks,
Yeah, it's
Mr.
way
Bean.
outside.
Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
Mr.
Said
Bean.
Mr.
Rowan
Bean.
Atkinson, you know. We're picking, real long shots. That's what I'm going with.
Dude,
Oh,
He's
you're
the
not
accidental murderer.
Yeah.
You weren't thinking of Bean from Malcolm in the Middle?
I don't remember that show at all.
Bean from
but-
Malcolm in the Middle. I feel was there a character named Bean in
Beans.
in Malcolm in
Yeah,
the Middle?
Beans.
No,
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all. I thought I liked Malcolm in the Middle, but apparently I didn't because I don't remember that. So
Google Beans Malcolm in the Middle, and you will for sure know.
fair enough. All right. Well, thank you very much for the question, Pistol Pete. We do appreciate it. All right. Up next, Christian writes in. Hi, Christian.
What up, Christian?
What up, Christian?
Christian says, "Hey, gents. If one of you developed superpowers and became a mass vigilante and you all knew about it, would you turn that person in if the government was offering a reward?" Very good question. Justin, we'll go to you first. What would you do?
Bro, fuck no. Snitches get stitches, bro. You think I'm gonna give up a homie to the government? Absolutely not.
That's awesome. Justin, I just looked it up. Beans was in Even Stevens, not Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh
So there.
shit! I got that mixed up. Well, that
There
would
we
make
go.
sense why you guys were confused. But you
Yeah.
know who I'm talking about now?
Yes, I do. Yep. Um. Okay, so
Man, I
you
kind of
would
forgot
not,
about Even Stevens.
even if the government was offering a reward, you would
Dude, the government can go fuck themselves.
not.
There's no way I would give up a homie to the government,
Fair
especially if
enough.
they were like doing good. Like they're doing more in their vigilante than our government does. Period. So
We're
at
towing a
least
line right now.
someone's
We're towing a
Maybe.
at
line.
least
Debatable.
someone's doing their job.
We're towing a line.
All right, I'm done.
What have you done, Christian?
Josh, what about you? If one of us developed superpowers, would you turn us in?
So I have two follow-up questions, which will caveat it, which is like, what are you fighting crime? Slash, what are you doing about it? And what's the reward? Because like, if someone like jaywalks and you just fucking murder them, like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm gonna call the cops. Like, that's a little extreme, you know? Like, killing people for petty, like, drug charges. That's what the cops currently do. So, like, no, not turning you into the cops. But, like, you know, if they're like, hey, he's beating up, like, murderers and rapists, and we're gonna offer a $10,000, I'd be like, not in see shit. You know? So, it really depends on what you're doing exactly as a mass vigilante, you know, because there's a big difference between, like, the Punisher and, like, Batman. Daredevil, exactly.
Yeah.
And how big is the reward? Because, like, 10 million to give them your name, you have superpowers.
Josh has a price.
Like,
is apparently
yeah.
what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So, you know, and those levels fluctuate based off of each other, right?
Okay.
Like, if you're doing good, that number's really high. Really,
Right.
really high. If you're the bad guy, maybe a little lower.
Do you think the Punisher is a bad guy?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I think he's doing a net positive, but like, anyone who just murders people isn't a good guy. Whether or not he's the bad guy, debatable, but I don't know that he could be just really described as the good guy.
Okay,
I
fair
think,
enough.
like, Batman is inefficient in that they always go to jail and they break out and whatever, but like, he means good, you know? Superman means good. He could just like laser beam them to death every time, like,
Yeah.
but
And the boys.
yeah, exactly. None of them can be described as the good guys. You know, Homelander, not the good guys there. So it, you know, it depends. It's a gradient, you know, but
Fair enough. Okay. All right. Mine's a little bit like that too. So I like that you went there. But Adam, we'll go to you next. What would you do?
I'm going with Justin.
No.
Sorry. Not gonna rat on my homies.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't even care if you are doing the worst shit ever, like Josh was saying. I'll at least like sit down and talk to you and be like, bro, maybe not the best use of your superpower. Let's talk about this.
Oh,
let me pull up a chair and I can sit
Yeah.
on it backwards so that we can chat.
Come and sit down. Come sit down.
If one of you were the murderer or the rapist using your powers for those things, then yeah, I would take the money.
Okay.
But if
all
you
Right?
were-
Like,
if you're
I just
beating
don't see
people
that
up,
happening with
No,
all
I
this.
don't
So
either.
that's what
I would
think,
hope
yeah.
not. Obviously,
Yeah.
like, I don't expect that to happen, but I don't also expect any of you to get superpowers anytime
Yeah.
soon. So, you know, like, I would hope that I would never have to turn any of
So I
y'all,
shouldn't have
but
bought that 55-gallon barrel of toxic waste and I put it all
material.
over myself in
Right.
the hope that
that would just
Oh,
lube.
shit.
That was just a like a
Yeah.
drum full of lube.
Oh shit.
superpower. I am the fastest man alive for a
Yeah,
second.
just sliding around.
At least the slipperiest.
Yes.
Very nice. So mine, I kind of have a little bit of a scale too. I'm gonna be honest with you. The thought of doing horrible things never even crossed my mind. So I don't know what that says about me. But my scale is one, money, like Josh was talking about. How big of a reward are we talking? And two, and this is where it just gets a little fucked up personally, is which one of you?
I knew that was gonna be it.
It's a perfectly acceptable
Look.
question.
Look, Josh and Adam, you're my friends. I love you guys. Justin's my brother. Like, I'm definitely not turning Justin in. So, regardless of
Ju-
what he's doing.
Justin knows where you live too.
Really?
I don't have your address.
But, like, I don't know, if somebody gave me 10 million for Josh, yeah, I'd probably do it. So,
I turned myself in. We got 10 million.
He'd split it 50-50 with you.
Yeah.
but, Justin's safe forever. There's no way I'd turn Justin in. So,
Not the way I thought that was gonna go.
really?
I thought I would be
Same.
the cheapest.
No. Your family. Your family. You're not going anywhere.
Well, I appreciate
He's
it.
like, holidays would be a lot easier
Yeah.
without.
So let me ask this, because like outside of a superhero thing, I've always told my family, like, if I found out that they were like a serial killer, yeah, I'm calling the cops. Like,
Yeah.
go fuck yourself. Would you not turn in your own brother if they were a serial killer, like murdering children or something? We'll just go the farthest end of the
then
scale.
Yes, I would.
Okay,
Yes, I would.
okay. So it is within the realm of possibility.
That is
It's
true,
just
yeah.
unlikely. Okay.
Yeah, it's very unlikely.
Because I would
How about
totally.
when you guys were. If you did anything to kids, I would turn you in for
Yeah.
free.
Or I
Yeah,
might-
that's what I mean. It's like I feel like the what are they doing is very important.
Yeah,
Because massive
that's very
vigilante, like a child shoplifts and you just beat him to death. Like that's a
Stole a candy bar.
maybe excessive, just like a hair excessive. Like they push down another kid in the playground, and so you just laser beamed them to death. Like the escalation there is high.
Right.
You can't even learn from your mistakes. You're just dead.
Yeah. I mean, like the original term for draconian. Like every single crime, the punishment was death. You steal something, boom, beheaded.
I think there's another part that just occurred to me that none of us ever thought about. If you do have like the powers of Homelander, if you're like a psychotic Homelander, and I turn you into the government, what is that really going to do? You're Homelander. They're not going to stop you,
You're gonna come back
and then you're
kill
going to come
everyone.
after me. 'Cause
Yeah.
I
That's
turned you in.
that's why I said Justin knows where you live. I at least don't know your
Yeah.
address, so like I'm easier to turn in. But actually, there could be a positive to that, because it's like, okay, I get the money, and then you have to try to stop him. Like, so
Yeah.
you can work together, like the 50-50 scenario. But then again, most of those are like, information that leads to an arrest. So it has to be after they're caught. But then, if you're Homelander, you just get caught temporarily,
Yeah.
wait until the payout happens, and then you just fucking...
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Very nice.
No downside.
That was a really good question, Christian. Thank you very much. I like that one. That was a damn good one. Finally, one left. Adam, probably not our Adam, writes in. Hi, Adam.
What up, Adam?
What up, Adam?
Adam says, "What is a subject you could give a 30-minute lecture on with no preparation?" So if somebody just walked up
Can
to
I
you and
guess
says,
Josh's?
"Oh God, What is it?
Yeah, go
It's
ahead.
gonna be a 30-minute lecture on the original 150 Pokemon.
That is not my answer, but
You
it is
absolutely could though.
correct. It is correct.
Okay, well, let's see what Josh's is then. Because Josh, if somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, I need you to give a 30-minute speech right now about something you're knowledgeable about," I guess, what would it be?
Yeah.
So I took a little bit of a cop out here, and it is to say anything that I'm interested in whatsoever. Because I feel as if I have talked damn near everyone's ears off about literally anything. And so, like, I could talk 30 minutes about how they make miniature paint. I could talk 30 minutes on like what I do for a living. I could talk way more than 30 minutes about Pokemon. Like just listing all of the Pokemon in numerical order would probably take me 30 minutes.
Very nice.
So like it's a
lot
cop
of dramatic
out.
pauses in between the names.
Yeah. Well, it's like having to like try to remember them, but like I don't know. I just get really excited about a lot of things, and then I ingest that information, and I have none of the social skills to recognize when I should just shut up about those things. So like, I don't know. I just enjoy talking about things that I am passionate about, and I love talking to individuals who are passionate about things they are, into.
Right.
And so these types of conversations are the ones that I enjoy the most.
Very nice. That's cool. Good answer. All right. A little bit of a cop out. I'm gonna go with Adam's answer instead. It was the Pokemon thing. That's what we're gonna go with.
That's fine.
Adam, what's yours?
I could absolutely do a 30-minute, if not longer, lecture about smoking meats.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I enjoy smoking many meats. Josh knows this. Justin knows this. It's just from my past and still a passion that I have. And I
would go
could
to that
go
TED
into
Talk.
so many crazy details about everything about it, the process, and everything that's going involved in it and whatnot. Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Um, I don't. I think the reason I love grilling. I think the reason I never got into smoking meats is because I have no patience whatsoever. Absolutely none. So that's a big problem for me. Because like you leave shit out overnight, don't you?
No,
You can.
Yeah.
I mean, I smoke it for hours and then do like certain things and like put it in the oven and low and slow like overnight. And yeah, I mean, it's like a 24-hour process sort of thing, if not more. But I mean, one could argue the same about like breads and stuff. If you're using like
fair.
sourdough cultures, you're feeding it, you're doing certain
That's fair.
things, you're using it the next day and you're loading, like it's a 24-hour
Yeah,
process,
that's
like
fair.
for really good breads.
That's
So
fair.
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. I like that. I wish I knew more about that because smoked meat is fucking delicious. I mean, it's just delightful. But I don't know. I'm not there, so maybe I need to go to your lecture. That would help.
Come over some weekend. We'll start it on a Friday, do some stuff over Saturday, and then eat it Sunday.
Hell yeah! Oh my god, that sounds incredible. Justin, what's huh?
I was just
Justin,
gonna
what's
say
yours?
really
Oh, sorry.
quick about the smoking. One of my favorite things is going over there and then you smoking like a pork butt and some salmon, because then you get like the
You can eat
rewards
something
so
then.
much sooner, and then you wait for
Yeah.
like the pork butt. So like instant gratification, and I get pulled pork out of it. It's like the perfect win-win scenario.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Say for many years, Josh housed my smoker, and even in the dead of winter, you would open up your windows and stuff, so like
So
all
I
the
could
smoke
smell
would go
it.
into his house.
Yeah.
I'm not making this up. This is all a true
That's
story.
awesome.
It'd be
That's
like
hilarious.
-10 outside. I got my windows all open, like, ooh, this smells fucking delicious.
Because it was close to like Christmas or Thanksgiving or something, and I had to come up and smoke something.
Very
Yep.
nice.
That
That's
one time
awesome.
I did that with you for the work Christmas party was fucking miserable. I think
Miserable? Why?
Oh,
The
because it
way
because
I
was
he
got
didn't
inside.
realize I sit outside for like
super.
dead of winter.
I knew exactly what I was getting into. I just sitting still and doing nothing is fucking cold.
That's
Not
awesome.
doing nothing, but I
You're
mean,
doing nothing. We were doing nothing. Literally doing nothing.
you are doing nothing. But
Drinking a
were doing
beer.
nothing. The most you were doing was opening it once an hour and maybe adding more wood chips or
once an
something.
hour, I don't know. I'm opening it
Maybe it
every
just
5 to 10 minutes to
maybe it
make
just
sure.
felt like an hour for Justin.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was.
Sorry, he opened it and did nothing with it and then closed it again. Long story short, it was freezing and it was for like too many hours.
Oh Jesus. All right, Justin, what's yours?
Mine's a cop out too, but I can talk about how taxation is theft from the government.
Oh,
I could have blamed Christian for his question, but I can't even blame Adam for this one. Like, you couldn't have known. You couldn't have known.
Oh my god. You know what the best part is? When we're in like our group chat or whatever, Justin's normally the one to be like, no politics, guys. He's always the one when we're recording.
I don't really
For
think
just
that
this
either of
reason.
the topics that I've talked about so far are like actually politic related.
They definitely are. Okay. We're gonna move on. Oh god. All right, mine is honestly would be less of a lecture and much more of just a frothing at the mouth rant, but I could easily talk for 30 minutes as to why the sequel trilogy to Star Wars is the 3 worst films in human history. I could probably go an hour of just talking about that cuz I don't know. I've gotten into it before and I don't want to get all riled up, but they are the worst fucking movies ever created. They're the 3 worst movies ever created. Period. I don't care. Room's way better. Way better. The Room is at least so bad it's good. So, but
Hmm.
the sequel Star Wars movies just atrocious. Absolutely fucking atrocious. So that is my 3-minute lecture. Thank you very much for the question, Adam. We appreciate it. All right, boys. We're going a little bit long, so we'll do a quick pick of the week, and then we'll get out of here. I'm very excited for my pick of the week, so hopefully everybody's got some good stuff this week. Justin, kick us off.
I was gonna say you should just launch it for us then if you're
Okay,
that
I'll
excited.
launch it then. Today is a really good day. Bleach is back, gentlemen. One of my favorite animes of all time. Uh, for whatever reason in Japan, popularity died before they could finish the anime. Um, and the last Bleach episode before today aired 11 years ago was the last time an episode of Bleach
Wow.
aired.
God damn.
And it is back. The 1,000-Year Blood War arc, which is the final arc in Bleach, they brought it back. They're gonna finish it off. So episode 1 today dropped on Hulu. I can't. I don't want to wait every week for a new episode, so I might stop and just binge it. But if you've never watched Bleach, strongly recommend. I very much love Bleach. God, fuck you. I love Bleach. Everybody check it out. Adam, pick of the week.
I
Bleach,
think
fuck you.
we.
Oh, Josh.
Yeah, I
The
think he's
dog,
talking
the
about
barking in the background.
Oh,
I can't remember if I picked this last week, but I'm gonna. If I did, I'm picking it again. Community.
You did?
We're on.
Still
We're on.
a good choice.
Yeah, I'm on episode 4 now of Community, and my God, it is just getting so fucking good. Kat and I are loving it. It just keeps getting better. Like any style of cinematography you can think of, or like genre of like cinematography you can think of, they do it in Community. Like we just like the one of the more recent ones we just saw was like, oh, we're just gonna do puppets. The whole episode is gonna be like Jim Henson, like puppeteer, and I'm like, this was a great episode. We've had claymation, we've had it, like animation, like like uh anime style, like We had
I was gonna bring up the
noir.
claymation.
We've had everything, and like there still are 2 more seasons of genres that I can't even think of, but they're gonna hit them all, and it's amazing.
Hell yeah. The claymation one was one of my favorite episodes of
Season
Community.
2
It was
Xmas,
yes, it was
that one,
awesome.
so good.
Yes,
And
so
they
good.
still reference it. You remember the time when Abed thought everyone was like
Yeah.
clay? Yeah, like it's just like I love how they kind of break the fourth walls
Right.
frequently, but it's in character, so it's not breaking the fourth wall. It's so like
Right.
meta and weird, like
Right.
their thought on everything. It's so good.
It's so good. Awesome. Have you gotten to the Darkest Timeline episode yet?
Well, they
The
had the
dice roll?
episode. They had the episode where he was rolling all the
Yeah.
times,
Okay.
and they keep
They
referencing
bring
the
it back.
darkest time, and
Yeah.
like Abed has seen his darkest self in a weird episode. Like, yeah, they keep referencing the darkest timeline, where
Fucking
like
love
Jeff
that
lost
show.
an arm and Annie's crazy. Yeah, it's
Uh,
awesome.
oh my god, I love that show so much. Damn good pick. I don't care if you did it twice in a row.
I
Damn
don't even
good pick,
care.
Adam.
Community's so
Yeah.
good. Like we keep watching it like every night. Like Kat and I watch a episode or two, and it's so
Hell
fucking
yeah.
good.
Very nice. All right, Justin, pick of the week.
My pick of the week is another YouTube. Since getting into these cars and stuff, I found Danny's Diecast Disasters.
Speaking
Have
of
you seen him,
puppets,
huh?
speaking
I'm
of puppets, isn't that the guy that has like the claymation? Or am I mixing up YouTube channels?
If he has claymation, I haven't seen any of it. It's just
Okay, I might be mixing up people then.
he just takes diecast cars and restores them.
Interesting.
Yeah, not who I was thinking of.
Not my cup
But
of tea.
he's got a whole section on post-apocalyptic cars, and like he does this zombie gasoline tanker. It's freaking sweet.
Nice.
Looking up the videos here. There's quite a few.
I suppose if you're big into Gaslands, he's probably the perfect guy for you. Painting your own cars, yeah. Very nice. Okay, Josh, pick of the week.
So I forgot to think of one, but since you brought up Bleach and it coming back, I started rewatching Mob Psycho 100 because season 3 started coming out Friday, so like 3 days ago. But it's been like, I don't know, 3 years since season 2 came out, so I started rewatching like season 1 into season 2 so that I can get back to it, and then hopefully by the time I finish season 2, then season 3 is completely out. But we'll see. But yeah, Mob Psycho, same person that did One Punch Man, so there's a lot of similarities there. But in my opinion, One Punch Man was a little one note after a while. Mob Psycho,
because he beats everybody in one punch.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
like, and the joke
It's
gets
like meeting the character at the end of the arc.
Yeah.
It's like after he's done everything to become strong. Like,
yeah.
I think it's amazing satire.
Well, all he
One
did was
Punch Man is
50 push-ups and 50 sit-ups, right? Wasn't that his whole deal? That's how he
It was
got
it was
what
it was
100,
100
100,
push-ups,
okay.
100 squats, and like runs
and then a
100
10
miles.
kilometer run or
yeah.
something. Yeah,
Every day.
yeah, every single day. But I mean, I think that's like the funny part is like it's me Goku after he's become like Super Saiyan God, and
Yeah,
it's
right.
like that's where you start the story, and it's
Right.
like what? Like he's just
Yeah.
one hitting guys to oblivion. Like what? Like I don't know. I think
Just
it's
for me,
funny.
like there's like what 3 seasons of One Punch Man or something. Like, do I need 3 seasons of that?
No.
No.
So,
like the
Mob
first
Psycho-
season, amazing. Second season of One Punch Man, super good. I would still recommend it. I don't think I need to watch the third
It's
one.
more about his like sidekick at that
Yeah.
point than if
Yeah.
anything. Like not him.
The like
So-
entire cast of characters around him.
Yeah.
But
Mob Psycho, I've never watched. Give me a brief
It's super
synopsis.
good. Watch it, Ryan.
So it also is a little tongue-in-cheek of someone who's too powerful for their own good. But it is a middle schooler named Mob, and he is a psychic. So he can destroy and sense ghosts. And he works for a con man who pretends to be psychic.
Okay.
And the I won't go into like a ton of detail, but the reason it's Mob Psycho 100 is because he can get overwhelmed and like just completely like cut out of his own body, and it's intense because
It's like a
just
percentage thing, right?
so
It's like
as
he's
soon as he hits
100% like
100%,
full, yeah.
then it just like he just his body is and his brain are not together. Like his body is just
Interesting.
acting, and so it's very funny, like very tongue in cheek, similar to the One Punch Man in that, like he's honestly too powerful for a lot of the situations that he's in, but in my personal opinion, it had more depth and more longevity than One Punch Man. Just since the cast of characters is good, and the other situations of him being like a normal kid are pretty funny.
Interesting. Okay, I might have checked that one out. Very nice. All right, well, good pick of the week, everybody. That was a good episode. That was a lot of fun. No news, but we still found a way to put in about 2 hours, which is nice. So
That's how it always works. No matter what we got to talk about, it's
always
2 hours.
But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. Very much appreciate it. We will see you next week, live on Twitch, 6:30 p.m. Central Time every Monday. That's about it. That wraps it up. Bye, Twitch.
Bye.
Bye.